Do you want to force an underclassman to go pro just because you have a logjam at quarterback? Or do you want to keep your quarterback that's an underclassman and refuses to stay? I can show you how to do that in this video. I'm LDJ11 and welcome to my football gaming channel. I'm going to show you a little bit more on college football revamp today. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is choose two players. In this example, Eric Stover's going pro. He's projected to go in the 5th round, and we're going to make him stay instead of declaring for the draft. The next one we're going to do is Roy Willis, the quarterback out of Michigan State. He is currently projected to stay after the team negotiated with him and got him to stay, but you can also do this with a player that doesn't want to go pro at all. So say you have a 94 overall guy for some reason that just doesn't want to go pro and you want to get him out of your program. Whether it be you have a log jam or whatever it is, you can force him to go pro. Let's get right into how we do it. First thing you want to do is make a backup file for your dynasty just in case anything goes wrong. Then you want to load up the EADB editor, and then you want to of course choose the Xans NCAA 14 dynasty configuration. While we wait for that to load, I just want to say if you could drop a like on the video, leave any comments if you have any other ideas. I also have another how-to, which is how to make players transfer during the transfer stage, and I honestly think it's the easiest way to transfer players, period, so go ahead and check that out. Now that we're here, you want to go ahead and load your dynasty file. Your dynasty file is usually saved inside of your RC PS3 emulator, or if you have to do it off of the PS3 or Xbox, you can do that, but you have to find another video to follow all the steps on how to export it and all that. But once you get it exported, you would just load your dynasty file if you did it that way. Either way, on the RC PS3 emulator, it is in the emulator. You go to HDDO, then you go to home, and then you'll go to save data, and then it'll pop up and you just look for your dynasty file. Once you click that, you'll see your dynasty file name. Click that and let it load. Now right around the minute 24 mark in this video, just past it, you'll see I have a little section that I highlighted right around all the steps. They are at the top there. You're going to see a little yellow bar. It's going to be a little hard to see through, but look there, pause it, and that'll give you the step for step on how to get to your dynasty save file if you don't already know how to do that. Next thing we're going to do is jump in now that it's loaded, and we're going to go over to the player unknowns tab. Then you're going to sort it however you'd like. If you're doing this with running backs and such, maybe you go by just team ID instead of sorting by position as well. But since we're doing quarterbacks in this example, we're going to sort by position, and then we're going to scroll and find the quarterbacks that we're looking for. The first quarterback that we're going to look for is the Ball State quarterback, just because he's at the top, and we'll adjust his numbers first. So after a little bit, we'll scroll, we'll find him here, and you see us click on Eric Stover. That's why it turns blue, and you go over to the right. You're looking for both the type and the PLFL columns here. As you can see, when you go to type, I click on this. It's on 3 currently. That means he's transferring, so you change that one to a 0. And you can see the 5 in the PFL tab. That means that he is going to go in the 5th round. So if you change that to 28, that means he's going to stay in college. So you go back over to the right, and now we're going to go find the Michigan State quarterback so that way we can adjust him as well. Now, if I accidentally said transfer or anything, I do mean he is going to leave college. So 3 just means he's leaving the team. So it's the same idea. If you're transferring a player, you'll see that in my transfer video. So we're looking for the quarterback right now. We accidentally scrolled by him. So now you see Roy Willis is on the screen, and we're going to go over to the right with him. And you can see in his PLFL tab that's listed at 16. That right there just tells you that he decided not to go pro and stay in college. His type's 0. That's how you know he's staying in college. So we're going to change his type to a 3. That means he's leaving. And then we're going to change his PLFL to whatever round you want him projected to go in. So you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I changed that to a 2 just because I figure that's about where he would go with his size and his stats. So now you're going to go ahead and hit your file, hit save. I always double save it just to be safe. So file, save again. And then from there, you should be all done in the EADB editor. So we'll go back and I'll show you what it looks like in our dynasty. And now you can see Roy Willis is declaring, and he's going to go in the 2nd round. And as you look, the other quarterback's gone. The Ball State quarterback decided he's going back to school, like what I said. Eric Stover doesn't show up at all. He doesn't even look like he declined to go to the draft. He's just listed on here anymore. So we'll jump ahead and I'll show you that he's still on the team and that Michigan State doesn't have Roy Willis on it here in just a second. And as you can see, Dylan Gottstis is the starting quarterback for Michigan State. Roy Willis is no longer on their team. That's because he went pro. Now we're going to head over to Ball State. And if you wanted to make it to where he declined to go pro, like it says staying, that's when you change that number from 28 to 16, and he would show up on the list as staying. And you can see Eric Stover's still the quarterback for Ball State, so everything works successfully. The biggest thing I always tell you with this stuff is make sure you have a backup file. I never want to see somebody have a mistake. If you make a mistake, go to your backup file, load it up, and just start over again. So hopefully you guys are able to follow along with what I said. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. I believe that it's pretty clear and it's pretty easy. It's only really 3 simple steps. You change the PLFL, the type, and you make sure you have a backup file. And then a player will either go pro or stay if you want them to stay using the EADB editor. This is LDJ11. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any other questions or any other ideas for me to show you what to do on College Football Revamped, drop them in the comments like I said, and I'll try to make another tutorial video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'm out.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars, crashing in my car. Wake up in a bar, I'll be a superstar.